Hello everyone and welcome to another incredible game from round 8 of this year's Superbet Poland Blitz tournament. It's EUWE who's been leading the tournament for the entire tournament pretty much against Praggnanandhaa. Now, I've been saying that for this tournament they are showcasing their universal ratings, but I also thought that the chess.com website would pick up on that, but it was showing different ratings for some reason. So for this video I've updated to their universal rating. So EUWE is actually 2782, his universal rating, and Pragg is 2758. So just wanted to set the record straight. And yeah, EUWE's been having an incredible day at the Blitz, and well, Pragg also having a good day, but not as incredible as EUWE. So let's see what happens. It's a King's Indian defense, 30 moves. I know you guys know what that means. Let's check it out. EUWE opens with knight to f3. He goes for the reti, but as we've said, the game will transpose into a King's Indian. c4, g6, knight to c3, and bishop to g7. We have d4. Now the King's Indian defense is on the board, and castle's king side. Pawn to e4, d6, and now bishop to e2 is the most popular continuation. Yasser even mentioned this in the live stream. He said that during his active career, bishop to e2 was all the rage, but h3 is the move that players are trying out today, as it well can get you a bit more different game that you would usually have against the King's Indian, and you stop some of Black's ideas of free expansion. So knight to c6 here again. Pragg going for a very tricky line. Pawn to e5 is the most played move. Knight to c6 just invites pawn to d5 in. And okay, EUWE says, show me what knight to c6 is supposed to be. And Pragg just goes back, knight to b8. So his idea is that EUWE weakened the c5 square. Pragg will play a5 to stop b4, and then he will bring the knight to a6 and to c5. So he wants his knight on this outpost. We have bishop to d3, and now pawn to a5. Other moves have been played here, but pawn to a5 is a new one. Already as of move 8, we have a completely new game. So okay, castles, we have knight to a6 as planned, going after that c5 square, and bishop to e3. We have pawn to e5, now cementing the center of the board, preparing knight to c5, and then you will move this knight as usual and strike with pawn to f5 and attack the white king. Pawn to a3. Of course, you gain nothing by capturing on e6 en passant. You just free up the bishop for development. Bishop to d7, and now rook to b1, preparing pawn to b4. So knight to h5, as we've said, preparing pawn to f5 and pawn to b4. We have pawn to b6 and bishop to c2. We have pawn to f5 by Pragg and just bishop back to d2. This gets the bishop off of the reach of the pawn and frees up the e file for the rook. But not right away. First, e captures on f5 was played, g captures on f5, and only now bishop back to d2. Now, the idea is that somehow you want to get your knight to e6, and especially without the bishop guarding the e6 square. So knight to b5 would be a really nice move here. Point being that you can never capture. Once you do that, your position is just terrible. But in the game, EUWE played bishop to d2, and now queen to e8. Pragg wants to play queen to g6 and put pressure on the white king. King to h8, rook to g8, and then maybe advance those pawns, maybe free up the bishop. Bishop captures on h3 becomes an option. So we have a general idea of what Pragg is playing. So rook to e1 aligns the rook nicely with the queen, prepares the knight to come to d4. King to h8, Pragg prepares the attack, and now knight to d4. We have queen to g6 unpinning, and now the immediate knight to e6. And the problem is, although this is defended twice, the queen is also stuck guarding the knight on h5, so you can't just capture on e6. And well, you can't, but also it's kind of your only move, only good move, because if you capture and let's say you go rook 8 to e8, you go after the pawn, rook to e4, and well, I don't know if EUWE had this plan, but you know, hell just breaks loose here. Your threat is rook to g4, as the f-pawn will be pinned. And of course, if you capture the rook, then bishop captures on e4, attacks the queen, and once you move the queen and allow queen captures on h5, let's say h6, because mate is being threatened, h6 now e7, and well, white is winning here, but knight is coming to d5. This is just complete mess. But Pragg played rook to f6. The other attempt was maybe rook to g8 right away. He played rook to f6, and now pawn to g4 by Wei Yi, attacking the knight and also pressuring that f5 pawn. But okay, for the moment the g pawn is pinned, and Pragg plays pawn to e4. And here Wei Yi has a beautiful, beautiful move that it just completely obliterates Pragg off the board. Feel free to pause the video and try to find this idea while I give you a couple of seconds. So for those of you who were able to do it, congratulations on spotting this idea. And for those of you who just want to enjoy the show, it is knight captures on e4. Congratulations on spotting that. And my apologies, I see that the clock times are missing for this moment here. So I will just quickly mention what the times here were. Wei Yi was a minute and 48 on the clock, and Pragg already down to 18 seconds. I don't know why the times aren't showing, some sort of a glitch, I guess. F captures, we have bishop captures on e4, attacking the queen. Now look at this, queen to f7 and knight to g5, attacking the queen and also the h7 pawn. And here you're winning regardless of what you play. Pragg played queen to f8, and now knight captures on h7. With a fork here, queen to g8, Pragg hoping that Wei Yi captures the rook here, even though even that's winning for Wei Yi, but he just captures the knight. Beautiful stuff by Wei Yi here. And yes, you do seem to have some discoveries on the white king, just not very good ones. For example, bishop to h6 check, you just move the king, king to h1. There's nothing there. So instead, after g captures, bishop captures on h3, also very nice. You might have something here, but not with the bishop controlling the g2 square. Knight captures on f6, bishop captures on f6 with a discovered check. Now bishop to g6. We have bishop to f5, and now, the spectator joins the attack. Rook to b3. The rook is now coming to g3, and there's nothing Pragg can do here. He played a captures on b4, but just rook to g3. Bishop to h4, attacking the rook, and here Wei Yi played queen to a1 check, and he was in this position on move 30 that Praggnanandhaa resigned the game, as there is nothing more to be done here. You can block with the bishop, the f6 square is not covered, and if you block with the queen, it's merely a matter of trading. Captures, captures, now you take the bishop with check, open up a discovery, bishop will take on g3, but after f captures, you're just down a full piece. And you also have the two connected pass pawns to worry about, so a nice game. The game might conclude. I know you guys love it when I show it this. For example, you get a pass pawn on the queen side, but bishop to c3 check. Let's say king to g8. All of a sudden, bishop g6, controlling all of the squares in front of the black king. And now it's merely a matter of h6, h7, and h8 checkmate. That's all you can do here. You can't even cross the e file to run away with the king. Whatever black plays, it's h6, h7 check, and that's it. So yeah, beautifully done by Wei Yi. And I mean, look at this. These are Wei Yi's last few games. Like, he defeated everyone except the draw with Magnus Carlsen. I mean, Wei Yi is really on a rampage here, and he's just showing what he can do. Doesn't matter, he went away, for some 5 years away from chess, but now he came back, and he's back with a vengeance. Since I don't know if I will be making another video today, I will just check on how the players are doing in the final round. Maybe Wei Yi already finished his game. Yeah, he already finished his game, and after Pragg, he actually defeated Nodirbek Abdusattorov. So, yeah, truly amazing stuff by Wei Yi. Unstoppable. I'm gonna check what he did against Nodirbek. Probably show it in the next video. But yeah, I mean, we are all without words. Wei Yi is just playing on a completely another level. So yeah, that's the game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Taking down the King's Indian defense and one of the best players in the world, Praggnanandhaa, with ease. That's Wei Yi for you. I would like to thank Michael Hildebrand, Fred Eckerman, chess legend, uncle at the bar, and friend at the library for your contribution to my channel. Thank you a lot. I really appreciate it. As usual, you can check 2 of my previous videos here. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you soon. Most likely with another Wei Yi game, unless it's a complete snooze fest, as usual. Thank you all, I will see you soon, and have an excellent rest of your day.